Hello, and welcome to my lab. I am Torrential Combat Scientist, and we are back on Disco Elysium. Also, just before the stream, I noticed you can just look at the background of the main menu without the UI, just by hitting escape, which is pretty nice. But yeah, let's continue. Right. So we were trying to find someone to help us bring down that body. What is that? Looks like there was more construction here once decades ago. Good to know. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Parking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. The room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn all your life. Well. Hello, ma'am.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
That's dangerous.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Mm-hmm. She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Just L, what does the L stand for? But exactly it's the RCM, I remember hearing it from somewhere. I'm not gonna say that. But give us away, shake her hand, don't shake her hand. I'm gonna shake her hand, why not?
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Unusual.
Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
But you're not a... You know, Kim, you don't have to say it. Like...
There's a trace of irony in his
God.
voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
A tactic?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Can I have some money? Okay, no. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
Okay. So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo tribes?
Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
I feel like I've seen this Brightest Star. I don't know where. You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. What, there was a subtext? Huh? Okay. I don't know what I said. Got it. Tell me something else.
She nods.
Can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk.
A
I relay the
grocery
union's
clerk.
demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Oh, okay.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, well, that's not good. Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
Everyone sounds so mundane until you start digging. If anything, compared to their counterpart, she's honest sounding. I mean, yeah, she looks alright enough. Although I don't think I've met the counterpart yet. But you know what, she speaks on the nicer she's put it. Okay. So how were the attacks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
Everyone lies, not them.
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Uh-huh.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What do they want?
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Yeah, first, what happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Midget? Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
So what are their
There are
demands
leaflets
exactly?
everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Yeah, probably. Very aggressive commie posturing. What the hell is this answer? Islamics have no idea about business. Yes, they have no idea about business.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Every worker will get flapjacks and hookahs. Oh my god. But yeah, most of them probably don't know what that means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
That is not practical.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, Not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead, long live the workers. Kind of want to say that. You know what, let's fuck it. The king is dead, long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
Yeah, so what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
That means there's someone pushing for it behind.
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Mañana?
This checks out.
Okay. This checks out. Tell me about this union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is
Of course not.
fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Human being was a little crackhead. Really? As the previous king, he claimed that there's no cavities in his skull, holds a huge room of pure cocaine. Oh my god. I'm gonna ask, is it that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Wait, hold on. So we're talking about Everard, and he has Edgar. Okay.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself? What's at the brothers?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Oh my god, she's asking for my opinion? I have no opinion. Effective advocate for the rights of local working men, a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Basically a socialist mob. Yeah, I prefer not to have an opinion.
Of course, officer.
One more thing, you said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman,
Ooh, skill
the
point.
previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Wait, can I... In what should I put my skill point? Got a lot of stuff. What's that? Suggestion, charm man and woman. He's a puppet master. Would be good. In an empire might be a good one too. Authority. Esprit de corps. It makes you have opinions like a big ass squid. Let's see how wacky useful in this case. Yeah, maybe. It's just that I don't know enough to have an opinion yet. Send cop culture. I'm gonna take the empathy actually. Let's go.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
That. I'm not gonna jump into the conclusion here, I'm just gonna say eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
You may be, Kim, I don't know about me. That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
So what can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I don't have my badge.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
I think it will.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Oh my god. I could have eaten it for... No, I didn't eat my badge. I'm not gonna talk about the heavy drinking though. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Yeah.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Of course!
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
28%? That's low. That's low. I don't think I can do that. And that might close some doors, I think. Or maybe not. I have no idea. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna try. I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about something else until I do.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear.
Yeah.
The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
Why don't you tell me everything then? Anyway, do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the forced stay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
I don't care about the fact you're on a boat.
Guillaume Le Million.
Right.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Autoerotic
His body
asphyxiation.
was found hanging from a decorative
I
dragon
remember
tree
that.
in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Yeah. Blood oxygen is boring. Sure. All psyche learning caps raised by 1. Oh, that's pretty good. Eh. Mystery wind. I almost know my way home now. Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I checked this door.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold here now. And I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Fine, fine. Ooh. What's in there? Oh, I'm behind here. Oh, hello.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
I forgot how insufferable this kid is.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
She hisses. Oh my god. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. Oh, there's a guy up there. Balcony with a view
now they show
to
up?
the yard and the hanging. I don't talk when I'm reading. Hold on. Take that. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. Uh-huh. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Suspiciously. What's this fucking locked? These barrels are half full of rainwater. Oof. That smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. What's going to? I got a freaking head. I really look like a hobo, and Can I not go up there? Probably not.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on its frame. Too late, young man. Troubles found you. Yeah, why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
Says sotto voce.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Why?
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Uh-huh.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
I don't actually care about his name. Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
Well, not yet, unless you want to
We will
help.
remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that,
Wait,
didn't you?
Basically. Huh?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
Oh.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead house plants litter the scene.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Your Sunday friend? Do you have a friend for every day of the week? Oh.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Can you tell me your name, then?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Interesting name.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Probably not his name. Guess we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
I'm gonna try this check, even though it's 28%. Just on the off chance I make it.
This isn't questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Oh, that is good. Anyway. Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door.
A stone?
It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Oh my god, he actually walks away.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
You're right, he probably didn't have anything important to say anyway.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
I have an idea of who that might be.
He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. Now, what is...
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
And then turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Nice.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
I guess. Alright, let's go. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Oh, wait, missed something. Flip up glasses. Ooh. +1 logic, but -1 authority. How is my authority actually? I have 2. If I put the glasses, I would be at 1. But my logic... I'm not gonna put on those freaking glasses. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. Ooh. Magnesium alcohol. We're talking about magnesium actually. Secret ores. Shit, I forgot how. But I actually forgot how to heal. I know there's a... There we go. That's how I do it. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Slime? Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
What a coincidence, I have 1.
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
I'm gonna knock first.
No reply.
Okay, let's cut.
What are you doing? You need to get your tools out, man.
Sorry.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk... What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
Oh my god.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do?
Perhaps you should give it another go.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Different from
The
commanding.
lieutenant is concentrated on the hallway, scanning both ways for any approaches. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
I have no idea why I'm entering there, but I'm doing it. Flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Kraz Mazov.
Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
The voiceover said 9, but it's written 11. What? Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
How fitting. How fitting of what? Huh? Also, why is your head in my shoulder? What is happening here? He fused with me, what the hell? Ooh, bullets. And a jacket. Conceptualization. This gives me -1 suggestion. With that I have 2 conceptualization. But I lose 1 esprit de corps. Should be alright, I guess. Maybe. Oh, hold on. He's having a thought. There we go. Revolutionaries love to pose with their gun. Right. Anyway. Money.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knock.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Knock.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
I didn't expect that voice. You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Our tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
But we can talk.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Okay. Door 9 is locked. Postcard Boogie Street 46. What is that? Scrappled up postcard depicts an open air market in Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. That's weird. Vitamin 8 and mail blocks overflowing.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do. Not in this damp.
This damp. This won't take long. I only have a few questions.
Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is all of the residents on a vacation? There are mailboxes overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Oh, come on. Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Yeah, I don't think that's astrology related. Are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
Those are different.
The
Anyway.
lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go.
Okay, I'll let you go. What can you tell me about Cindy? Cindy? Who is Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still,
She leans on her broom.
she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
So who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world.
Oh, that's nice. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. The graffito says a firing squad for the ridge. Note reads foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. What happened here? The sea below looks cold and winter grey. Come on, I stoned the wall. An old grocery list on the table. And checks. Come on, run. Run. There's an exit in the balcony here. But I didn't check the balcony from down there. Oh.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Regarde Kim, no. Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Huh. What's the deal with the antlers then?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time, above it.
Above it? It's not really... I don't think I can do that. Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
Makes sense. And what does it evoke in me?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Alright. Oh, I haven't seen those shoes. Now let's go on the balcony here. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. What's that? Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Don't tell me that. I want to go in now. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. "28. A door to be remembered." Door to be remembered? I don't know why he's saying that. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. This door to apartment 30. Voices from within. Singing along to some Bowie. Okay. Yeah, that's something is here.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Have a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Taken the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. This is where the damage came from. From somewhere in the inlet. The cannons.
Cannons.
What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Who did this? this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
5-nation army, oh damn.
They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Oh.
Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Alright. Oh hey.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
Oh my god. You're in trouble now, little lady.
Yes, Uncle Maynard. Huge trouble. You're gonna take out your metal detector and your collection of bottle caps and shrapnel.
That smell coming from her paint bucket, it's not paint, it's heavy fuel oil.
Fuel? So what are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
From low orbit? I don't think so.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here though. Just union cads. And my name's not Mona, so...
Of course. I have an opinion on this. Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Oh, she's just bored. Okay.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this. Wanna hear it?
Yeah?
You know what? I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Is that heavy fuel oil though?
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
It says studying the contents of Cindy's bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Well, fumes are bad for you, okay?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
I'll catch you later. Ooh. Wait, that's the cold thing. Who's been sleeping here recently? Cindy? Cindy? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smell of chemical. Pants? My pairs give me +1 electrochemistry, -1 savoir-faire. And this one gives me +1 electrochemistry and -1 reaction speed. No, I'll keep my reaction speed, I think. What is my reaction speed? Oh, my reaction speed is 4 actually. The other one was savoir-faire. Savoir-faire. Where is it? Oh. I guess could be good to have savoir-faire. So changing pants. There you go. I have 2 savoir-faire. What was the other one? Reaction speed is 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. That's okay, I'll do it later.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly.
Wait, you can find stuff in the pants?
Hey, it's a
chewing gum
wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
Oh.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in sur-le-clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Oh, is that related to my past?
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti.
Tutti
It
Frutti?
smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark.
Why do I even care about this?
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper, yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
No. Cinnamon's not afraid, by the way.
Can a used wrapper shrug? Seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark. What is this about? Why are you looking at this wrapper?
I'll hang on to it just in case.
You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Then look at the tattoos
An
again.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar. Gone.
Who are you? Gone. Yep. Okay, there's nothing new here. Nothing else to investigate here, so let's go. Before I go there, I'm gonna investigate on the lady in the apartment. Because I forgot.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break into here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Then open the door so I can verify your identity.
Oh, come on.
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
That was smart.
The lieutenant says, nodding towards the unlocked door. Okay. Hello, lady. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. What? Hold on. What? Affluent money maker, man. Oh. I have the feeling if I put these, people think I will be rich. Take a fine mattress. A blister pack of medicine picks out of the box. You should take it.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jiggles a set of keys in her hand.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light pepper-clad passport. I'll inspect the passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Reprehensible? Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Snaps her fingers.
The sum must have been puny.
My money has also disappeared, I think. No, I'm not going to say that. It couldn't have been that much money. This apartment looks pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
Wizards. So wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over the chest.
Of course.
She replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Alright, I'm just gonna steal what's in there. Anyway.
Give me a moment.
I did not actually ask this. I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Unless we start killing real estate agents, what the hell? Yes, radio computer wizards are coming. They're gonna save the place and the economy.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates.
She means clairvoyance.
Yeah, that's what I understood. I'm looking for Martin Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
Smiles a gap tooth smile when she hears you mention the name. What do you mean? I wasn't joking.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Tim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke there.
Ah.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
The obvious is not obvious. How many times will I have to say it to people? Obvious is not obvious. Like common sense is not common. People really need to understand that. Anyway. How about a young male in this mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoking on the balcony? You know where he lives?
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
Oh, pff. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
28.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Right, was it on this side? No, it was not on this side, hold on. It was on the other side. Da, 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 da. I can't go through that door.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
I don't think I can make it. Yeah, sounds good.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Yeah, alright. Everything's fine. Come on, run. I don't have all time. Da, 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 da. Let's see what this door has behind. This door is locked, you can't get in. Of course. The chair's new, someone lives back here. But I'm rich. I have 1473 rails. Right. Put a mouth you watch round me, boy. Sure. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. This damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. So what is happening here?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
What the hell? Stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl. That's the first time I hear that.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
It's not ball, it's pétanque. Should I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
You know what? Grab the ball and show them how it's done.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Yeah, I'll make it work.
God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory.
So why am I facing this way actually? I should be facing like the game. What is happening here?
Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity.
Taking
man
the surroundings.
Is ready. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Let go, be the ball.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
Yep. Yep.
It wasn't mid. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24 and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right triceps, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
It's just a game. Yeah.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
Better watch that blood pressure. Oh boy. Hold on. Hold on. go, perfect. You know what? I'm sorry.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
Oh, pétanque, I understand.
No! No, you don't! Our pétanque game is ruined! We want our bull back!
Yeah.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug! You owe us a goddamn bull!
Yeah, I'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes
Maybe.
are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Alright. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Alright.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Well, you seem to be playing in the crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Uh-huh. Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Maybe we can do this history lesson later.
Fine. What do you want now, then?
Thank you for your time. I don't want to know more. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. Okay, anyway.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
I've heard this song before. Man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet.
He
Hey there.
finishes and turns it to you. Yeah, okay. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Upon days. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
A week?
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Oh, what do you know about what's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Yeah, I already talked to her. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
Yeah.
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. If you still hang around here waiting for this mess to end, most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eye. His eyes. Look at the ass.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Ooh, 17%. Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostelry there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Wow. What are you holding anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Okay, and what are you actually holding?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing.
Right.
They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
So that's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Not really.
A motor lorry, also called
Oh my
a
god,
carrier,
encyclopedia.
on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Interested? Not really, I just asked because I don't know, must be a car reflex.
Yeah, it must be. Your job's to know all these little things, isn't it? Well, my job is to deliver tracksuit trousers.
Could I get one of those phone tracksuits you're holding?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
I figured it was good to ask.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Kinda wanna try this one. Low 17%. But let's try. What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Da-da-da.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Not doing it wrong. Ah, I'm good for now.
Don't be a
good
stranger.
talk. Don't be a stranger. What is that here? A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this? I think I know this answer.
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
The insane. What did this king do then?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
I don't know that word. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber.
A treasure
where he
chamber?
stored unfathomable wealth. Ugarans,
Sure.
bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Wait, really? There's no way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
I don't want to know.
Philip III's ludicrous bronze likeness looks defiantly up into the sky.
I do not want to know. Sure.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait,
The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Why did you say so?
Yes?
Nothing. Foreign car, kept in good condition. Ooh, money. The lorries probably stored fuel here, now they store booze. Alright. Not gonna talk to them again first. I want to check all the stuff here. Glossy magazine, most able bodied man. Issue host the top 10 list. Jam Jams, the popular music mag at Shoal. Oh.
Welcome to Revachol.
To Revachol. Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you. It's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Okay, I don't want to deal with this. I do not want to deal with this. Frit. Yellow roses, dozen of them. Tulips too.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
I have a lot of bottles.
Your bottles clunk
yeah.
into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Yeah, I have almost 19. Melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the
Fritta. Interesting. What's that?
What is what?
We got links over the counter.
It's
yeah.
a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Taps under the glass counters. The raincoat specially await purchase. I'm gonna buy one. Or maybe not, actually. Just gives 1 endurance. I can check. Leave. Endurance. It's fine. But I have a lot of things.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean.
They're kind of
It's
mean.
about who's the most stylish.
Damn. I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Ooh, oh my god. Can you tell me anything about dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Do you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
Okay, you're not gonna be useful, are you? What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Fucking hell.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
And let's leave. I don't want to stay here. Alright. Something about this door here.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Yemdal.
Oh, not the Yemdal again. Not the freaking Yemdal again.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna talk to this guy first.
Scab?
I didn't mean to go up like that, but asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
What? He chuckles and realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to... Oh, actually, I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
The passage grants itself? What?
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
That's simple, I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult?
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or...
Okay.
Maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to its worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Intuition? Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Got it, another thing? I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to... I don't like any of these answers, actually. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Alright, what's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Feels like he's hinting at something, but you're too hungover or dumb to understand right now.
Fuck. What can I try again?
You know, serious business.
Feels like he's hinting at something, but you're too hungover or dumb
to
understand right now.
I start, gotta get moving. Okay, I'm not gonna try to go past it there yet. I'm gonna talk to the big guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man this size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Builds confidence. What kind of a cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Yeah. But regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his fingers at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man holders in return. I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
What? I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
Right to work!
Right to work.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Well... this really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked.
Oh, Jaden.
The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
Trained?
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Oh boy.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Mm-hmm. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Huh? Okay. Don't have anything else I can think about. It says GRIH. The Great Ravager Industrial Harbor. Right. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking or door kicking in this one. Oh my god. And here's my problem. The last time I played this, I died to this guy. That's where I stopped playing because I didn't save or anything. Boom. This time it's gonna be different.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
It's degeneracy. Say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest. Still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
You hear your heart pumping, fast and irregular. Your joints ache and you feel old, but still alive, somehow.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Pedomorphic?
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Alright, so my body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul? His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Either I accept what it says, or I rebel against it. I don't think that's a good idea to rebel against it. Well, I guess we'll see.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
I have no idea what he's saying. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Oh my god.
You gave the world eugenics,
oh my god,
electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Yeah, it is. You just need to move about 20 centimeters back. I can't push him. I probably don't have the strength. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna have to agree with him so it helps me. You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Yeah.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Okay, what should I do here? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Gestures towards the lorry man down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Uh-huh. I've said nothing.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years there is need for a servile homunculus.
Alright, I guess I'll subscribe to his advanced race theory.
Go ahead.
Oh, I failed that!
Just ask for race secrets.
Oh, no! Oh, no. No, I'll better not say anything on this topic.
That's understandable. Jean-Luc Measurehead is a sage and an intellectual giant of race theory. Who are you, handmaiden of Al Ghul?
Handmaiden. I cannot knock him out. That's just not gonna work. I'm just gonna
We still
leave.
need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the building's roofs to the yard. The what? Whirling's roof to the yard? What does that even mean? Oh, I see here. I don't know how to go up there. There's a hole here. I'll talk to this guy.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real.
Okay, I don't have that.
Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
I've seen something here at the Whirling Guard. I think I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Okay, how do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them.
Yes,
He's
thank you,
saying they'll
Logic.
come
I know there are
after
days and
you've
you can
slept.
sleep.
Just making clear you got that.
Yeah. There's something else I want to ask about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yeah, I know. God, I saw another thing. at the
Another
moment.
thing. Great. I love those.
Guess
Yes.
not. Goodbye. Guess not. Let's see what's inside here. Dishes are drying. The smell of chemicals and pine trees. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Kubek?
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please, it's not funny.
It's not funny. Oh. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Oh. Got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Stay masculine. What? What was that answer?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I'll be back door. Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to push on the
The
door.
door does not budge.
I wonder what this door leads.
It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the Whirling in Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Behind the blue door. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Alright. Let's ask then.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I
Yeah.
love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
He shrugs. Well, do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years.
10
It's just a
years?
frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Right.
Yes?
Right. Do I have an access to the roof? Up there. That would be useful. Doesn't seem so. Cannot climb here. Disappointing. Hold on. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
This is where the magic happens. I'm just sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
He takes a step towards the door, like he'd like to leave. Yeah, I want to leave too.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Alright. Every night after 9 p.m. Yeah, I can actually get those bottles. Da, 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 da.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Chain cutters to fix the faucet. No. Hold on. We have something to help. I got a pry bar. Got a pry bar. Can I? Open the door with the pry bar. So can I open this door? Nope.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
It's not. There's no other way. Oh, who's this guy?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum?
Shut up. What about money, you know? Sure. You know what? I'll wake up this guy.
worker is in a deep slumber. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Not gonna steal his pills. Right. Right.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Yeah. I do not want to go through all of this. At least not right now. Actually, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna save. To save. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I will continue this next week, as usual. And yeah. I hope you have a good day or a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!